Good afternoon, and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey, and the Northern Mid-Atlantic region's weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this glorious March Monday, March 19, 2012. This is the daily video forecast discussion. And starting things out on this beautiful Monday afternoon or late Monday morning into the afternoon, we find generally high pressure and control over the eastern United States, the northern mid-Atlantic states as well. In the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area, as the sun comes up on the visible 3-kilometer satellite view, we can find generally sinking air across the region, and this is indicative of a few showers now entering through the Virginias. Other than that, basically sunny skies, downslope flow. We're finding a few clouds of the mid-variety beginning to build up to the west now across northwestern New Jersey and the Poconos, but it's not really obscuring the sky. Generally mostly sunny skies late this morning, and temperatures are uniform around 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock this morning in the right around 60 degrees in just about all of the New Jersey metropolitan area. If we take off the temperatures and we take off the mean sea level pressure and the fronts, we can find the radar this afternoon or late this morning showing the pinks are obviously scattered. That's radar echoes, returns there that are false. But there are a few showers here exiting off of the Great Lakes and a few more showers down in this region here. And these are real, entering through the Virginias. Find low pressure off the North Carolina coast, and the winds are generally from the south. If we take off the radar, overlay the winds, generally a nice south-southwest flow across the region during this afternoon, and generally a mostly sunny afternoon. There'll be a partly sunny sky across portions of the hillier terrain of northwest Jersey later this afternoon as some cumulus gets building up during the afternoon, but generally subsidence would preclude most of the area to be a mostly sunny day across a large chunk of the northern mid-Atlantic. From the New Jersey Weather and Climate Network from Rutgers University, we find again the coastal regions of the New Jersey from Monmouth all the way down to Atlantic City and Cape May. Temperatures right along the immediate coast are being cooled by the southerly wind, but also because the water temperatures are still in the mid to the upper 40s across this region. So we find at 10 o'clock this morning temperatures just in the mid to the upper 50s. Here, inland, temperatures are already rising into the low and mid 60s. And already along the coast this morning, we have an offshore flow here in northern Monmouth, but we're beginning to see more of a southerly flow and an easterly weak flow coming in from off the ocean from central to southern New Jersey, right along the beach fronts there. And that's an indication that a sea breeze is probably trying to develop during this afternoon, and that will help to keep those areas once again on the chillier side in the lower 60s, while interior areas probably get back into the mid and upper 70s, approaching near records this afternoon. There is a record at Newark, actually. Actually, the Newark record for today was 73, set back in 2010. And we're forecasting a high today getting into the around 75 degrees. So it could be a record today, but more records could be broken later on Thursday. Meanwhile, here's our few showers here across the Virginias. Warm front just to the west now approaching and developing across the Ohio Valley. Generally high pressure and control here, sinking air aloft, so we're really not expecting much in the way of cloud cover today, and very warm temperatures due to that mid and upper level sinking air across interior sections away from the Hudson Valley and back into northwest Jersey and central and southwestern New Jersey back towards Philadelphia. And I would be remiss to also remind you that spring begins in less than 24 hours at 1:14 Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow morning on Tuesday, March 20th. And moving on to the latest WRF model 2-kilometer from Penn State's Ewald site this afternoon, we can start the loop now. Mostly sunny skies across the region. There'll be some high cloudiness, and notice this area of clouds and precipitation across central Pennsylvania, diving down through the Virginias this afternoon. That's going to weaken. Here comes some mid-level clouds, and here comes the stratus again. This could be some light drizzle in the New York City metropolitan area for later tonight and tomorrow morning. And that is because this disturbance here off the North Carolina coast is going to bring more of an easterly wind into the region. And as it does so, that's going to mean a combination of lowering clouds and stratus, making it further inland tomorrow morning, and it could be a few showers along with it. Let's do the loop one more time. We can see this disturbance off the North Carolina coast now, bringing in some of the moisture towards the Delaware Valley, and also the clouds and some drizzle here in the New York City area, Long Island, coastal New Jersey as well. And then tomorrow afternoon, the stratus and low clouds kind of break up a little bit, still hugging in around the areas, redeveloping again tomorrow night as this area hugs the Carolina coast. So it's going to be a problematic forecast and temperature over the next couple of days. Due to the fact that we're going to have an onshore flow developing later tonight and tomorrow, and there could be a few disturbances around, some drizzle and fog and stratus making it east of the Hudson Valley and into New York City, and then clearing parts of areas tomorrow with some sunshine, and then redevelopment of that fog again tomorrow night into Wednesday morning, with a large amount of clearing starting out the day on Wednesday morning, and then that cloud and fog areas begin, and some light precipitation beginning to work in on an easterly flow, keeping the areas much cooler along the coast. 10-meter winds, about 30 feet or so in the atmosphere, in the lower layers of the atmosphere, from a southerly direction during this afternoon. And as we go through the night tonight and into tomorrow morning, you see some of these winds backing into the coastal areas now, southerly to easterly flow moving into the Delmarva area. And this is where some of these stratus and fog will begin to reform in this area tonight, and some areas of lighter precipitation too getting into the region. As we get into the day and the morning hours tomorrow morning, and then later on into tomorrow afternoon, again a southerly flow, and some of this moisture advection from off this Carolina low, off the Virginia, North Carolina coast, is going to be pumping in some low-level moisture here, so it could be some fog and drizzle around in these regions as well. As we get through the day, during tomorrow and then again tomorrow night, we find the winds now becoming more easterly, so there's a lot more cloud cover coming in tomorrow night according to the latest NAM-WRF model, and some of that moisture hugging the coast, and some drizzle and low clouds. And basically we're not really going to clear things out too much until, with this easterly flow, until about the winds become more northeasterly and some drying occurs over the region. This would be for the areas north and west of New York City and central New Jersey into southwestern Pennsylvania and the Poconos as well, Wednesday afternoon and again on Thursday afternoon. These temperatures here right along the coast this morning and getting into this afternoon with a mid and upper 50s, well into the 60s across interior sections, even some areas this afternoon away from the coastal terrain across interior central New Jersey, even in parts of the Newark metropolitan area just outside the city, and the influence from off the water. Temperatures could be in the 70s with a large disparity of temperatures right along the immediate coast, hugging back into the 50s. As we get through tomorrow, late this afternoon, actually, temperatures all regions getting well up into the 70s, and that's where the records are going to start piling in some regions across the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan areas. And things get uniform with the stratus clouds. Temperatures drop back into the 50s most regions tomorrow morning. And then throughout the day tomorrow, more of an onshore flow developing. Temperatures should be cooler tomorrow as we start in the morning back into the mid and upper 50s, getting into the mid and upper 60s in most areas away from the water tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And then again, more uniform temperatures back into the 70s with more sunshine Tuesday afternoon across interior northwest Jersey, Pennsylvania, and down towards the Philadelphia area, with a large disparity of temperatures back into the 50s with an onshore flow right along the immediate coast. So obviously there's going to be a lot more clearing going on in this region. That's why the forecast for temperature and cloud cover over the next couple of days is going to be a little bit more difficult because of these low off the Virginia, North Carolina coast, pumping in the east winds off the ocean. As we get through the day on Wednesday, temperatures a look cooler. Start things again in the upper 40s to low mid 50s, and getting back into the 60s is still going to be a pleasant day. And away from the water again, temperatures up the 60s in a few spots could be approaching 70, 75 degrees again. Forecast maps show those low clouds under the ridge of high pressure tomorrow morning. And then as we get through the day tomorrow, again, that weak trough and low across the Carolinas and the Virginias. Most of the lighter rain and fog scouring out. Some areas left over across interior and coastal regions, but interior locations warming up nicely back into the 70s. And as we get through the day on Wednesday, high pressure basically in control, a south to southwesterly flow of air And nice weather generally on target for Wednesday, although there could be some low cloud and fog left over from temperature inversions and that weak frontal boundary just to the south. Underneath that, though, when the fog burns off, there is no cloud in the mid and upper levels, so that's going to break out into pure sunshine, and where it does, temperatures are going to soar back into the 70s and 60s, except along the immediate coast where seashore breezes will develop. High pressure sinking off the mid-Atlantic coast, still in control, southwesterly winds on Thursday as well. And here's our big storm center across the Texas Arklatex area, moving towards the upper Midwest and the Ohio Valley. A weak frontal boundary, could be a dry frontal boundary coming through here on Thursday night and Friday morning, and probably washing out as warmer air tries to make it back up the area again from this low pressure system over the Ohio Valley on Saturday. Could be an indication where we could see some lighter rain developing back into this region, but then high pressure building down from Canada again gives us a better weekend from Sunday morning on through early next week. Look at these above normal temperature anomalies here. These are 60, 70, even 80 percentile chances of temperatures being above normal across the Midwest over the next 6 to 10 days, below normal temperatures with above normal precipitation along the west coast, and that's where the troughiness has been from Alaska all the way down through the eastern western coast of California. Obviously, a large disparity in the precipitation from 6 to 10 days above normal across the upper Great Lakes, where the polar jet will be located, below normal across the eastern United States, all the way back down into the southern plains, and then back down through Arizona. In fact, Flagstaff just had a couple of good feet of snow during the last 48 hours, if you haven't read about that yet. And above normal temperatures over the next 8 to 14 days across the large chunk from the Continental Divide east to the eastern United States, and again below normal average precipitation. So that's going to do it for today. You make it a great day. Enjoy, and don't forget, tomorrow morning, less than 24 hours from now, it's going to be spring officially here in the eastern United States, actually in all of North America. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Enjoy your afternoon.